Welcome to another live stream watch long reaction. Tonight we are watching and reacting to Orlando City SC versus Inter Miami CF in a preseason friendly. We got Miami. We got Orlando at Tom Brady's Snowbird home and Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay. Orlando City SC contra Inter Miami CF en la partido preparando Amistoso pretemporada. We got a preseason friendly, the last Miami preseason friendly before next week MLS starts again. Miami will be playing Kansas City in the midweek in Champions Cup. We'll be live for that. We will not be live for the NYCFC match. Toronto plays at 6:30 on Saturday next week. But we will be live for Miami's Champions Cup match. You didn't see it was on Valentine's Day? Some Valentine's Day football for us long distancers and loners. Depending on what you are. I don't know. I can only speak for myself. But I know some of y'all watching the football today are loners. So, wow. That's a bad Messi fan right there. With that being said, happy Valentine's Day football. Orlando versus Miami. I got the pink on because, well, one Miami, second of all, Valentine's Day. So there you go. And some red. Look at that. Look at that. But don't pinch me. Oh, wait, that's St. Patrick's Day? Okay. Love and football. My favorite things. Love and football. My favorite things. They're trash, Pacharo. That's what it is. With that being said, starting 11s are as follows for this preseason match. For Orlando City, in goal, Pedro Gallese. The back four of Dagerdan, Thorhalson, Rodrigo Schlegel, Robin Janssen, Rafael Santos, Edward Atuesta, Cesar Araujo, Ivan Angulo, Martin Ojeda, Marco Pasalic, and Ramiro Enrique. For Inter Miami CF, Oscar Ustadi, the midfield four, Marcelo Weingart, Gonzalo Lujan, Hector Martinez, Jordi Alba, the midfield three of Talasco Segovia, Sergio Busquets, Yannick Bright, and the front three of Lionel Messi, Luis Suarez, and Tadeo Alendi. No, because I don't care. I saw a clip of Speed talking to Pochettino. I saw that. I also saw the clip of Speed talking to Thierry Henry. Not that I was looking for it. It came up. I wasn't looking for it at all. It just showed up. Ay. Okay. But no, I didn't watch a charity match because I don't care. I also overslept it, but who cares? You mean subbed in? Huh, interesting. Are you signed in Apple TV? Because Poch is a choker. And he'll keep being a choker when it comes to the Nations League final when the USA loses to Canada. You heard it here first. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. All right. Maradona's back into the FC game. Good. Kane. With that being said, we're ready to go. MLS season pass. Oh, they already had Messi's new. They already had, some of the new jerseys already. Huh. Huh. They already got it ready. The new looks. Some of the new looks. There you go. MLS on Apple TV. And there's the pirate ship at Raymond James Stadium. Tom Brady's snowbird home that he built. Apple TV. Robin Jansen's jersey. They're wearing the away kits, Orlando. So they're the home team wearing their away kits, even though they already put out their new home kits. Oh, God. And Miami's wearing their away kits, too. You just put out the new home kits and you're wearing the away kits. Oh, my God. What missed opportunity is this? Ay, ay, ay. You would think that they'd finally... Okay. I guess we have to wait until next week to see them wear pink. Orlando City, starting 11, Pedro Gallese, Rafael Santos, Robin Jansen, Rodrigo Schlegel, Dagger Dan, Thorhalson, Edward Atuesta, Cesar Araujo, Ivan Angulo, Martin Ojeda, Marco Pasalic, and Ramiro Enrique. There's actually some new starting 11 graphics a little bit for this year. There's some new stuff this year. Saludos. Saludos. Hector. Starting 11 for Miami. Starting 11, Oscar Ustari, the back four, Jordi Alba, Gonzalo Lujan, Hector Martinez, Marcelo Weingart, Yannick Bright, Sergio Busquets, Talasco Segovia, Lionel Messi, Luis Suarez, and Tadeo Alendi for Miami. Redondo's on the bench. Huh, interesting. Okay, 4-3-3 for Miami. Players to watch. Oh, they're still doing this. Starting player to watch for Orlando, Marco Pasalic, just signed with Orlando on Wednesday. Last Wednesday. I guess that would be, 2 Wednesdays ago. Yeah, last Wednesday. Either way, just signed his first televised match with him. I'm sure he played a preseason match before this. Messi, of course, the player to watch for Miami, the MVP of last year's MLS season, when he only played half the games. I still think Evander deserved it more. Who made Suarez, Liverpool, or Ajax? I mean, he started with Ajax, but I think Liverpool truly made his career. I think he would not have been the guy that he ended up being if he didn't go to Liverpool and then play the way he did. So, Liverpool. Teams are walking out. Miami wearing black. Orlando wearing their away kits from last year. Okay. Not working. I meant, yeah, Apple TV's working for me. Here we go. Game's about to kick off for Miami versus Orlando. We will review the game once it's over. I mean, really. They got more Portland former players in Bill State. I thought Bill got traded. Either way. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm forgetting. Maybe I'm misremembering. Either way. 90 minutes in this game. We possibly could go to penalties with a tie. I'm not sure what the rule is as this goes. I'm not sure what the rule is. If we're going to have penalties or not after 90. If it's a tie. But we got a 90-minute match. We'll review the match once it's over. And tomorrow we got the MLS jersey countdown. Every jersey has been ranked, or I wouldn't say ranked. I would say released. I do have my rankings on a note card to set up the PowerPoint, but the slideshow. But I won't tell you anything till tomorrow. But there's a couple where I put them. There's a couple where There's a couple where it's like you know exactly where I put them, but we'll see. Game's about to kick off. There we go. Is the game on Apple? Yes, the game's on Apple TV. Game's about to kick off. Oh, no, they're showing the MLS Cup highlights. What I think of the Concacaf champions so far. Okay. For me, La Concacaf Champions, bueno torneo, la equipo mexicano, pasar de la octavos de final, struggle, la struggle, lucharon. Equipo mexicano lucharon. Bueno, pero pasar. They passed through. I mean, bueno torneo. Basically, in English, CONCACAF's been a good tournament. I'm surprised the Mexican teams have struggled, but they still advanced, so it doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter that they struggled. It was interesting. The first two rounds, both legs were interesting. I haven't seen that happen very much, where like every second leg so far has been interesting at this point of the year. There's like, it's crazy, actually. Like every second leg of the first round so far was interesting. I've never seen that happen. Like that's rarely a thing where like the second legs of the first round of the tournament, all of them are interesting. Now, of course, we still have a second part, but all of part one, both games were interesting. They both were. It was able to pay attention to them and not really be like, you know what, it's over. Like the Mexican teams, like it's interesting they struggled, but they made it interesting. Like, yes, the obvious outcome happened, but it didn't. But the obvious outcome also didn't happen from minute one. Like they had to get there. So we'll see what happens with MLS teams over the next 2 weeks. We got Miami, Orlando. Yeah, Charlotte have a few former Timbers. Referee, Filip Dujic. Oh, this is the meme guy. This is the however guy. Yes. This is the however guy. Oh, Lord. Let's see if he tries to make himself a meme tonight. Funny how the referees are wearing, like, pink jerseys. Maybe that's why Miami ain't wearing their home kits. Hot pink jerseys. Okay, Fast Eddie's Bon Air. All right. And we're off. Orlando are going straight at the net. They think that's a good idea. Well, yeah, go to the net. Why don't you? And we're off. 0-0, settle. Partido preparando Amistoso. Back to Stadi. Plays forward for Miami. Oh, Angulo almost steals that, but Miami can play it forward. Segovia. Yes, Segovia is number 8. Okay. Sergio Busquets. But yes, tomorrow we got the jersey countdown. Good. But tomorrow we got the MLS jersey countdown. Sunday are my MLS predictions for this season. Of course, what matters more are the table predictions, but we're going to predict the playoffs and have an early MLS Cup prediction. So once I predict the table, I'll predict each conference's playoffs, and then at the end of the video, I'll make an early prediction for MLS Cup. So we'll go all the way on predictions. Final preseason game that people could watch, yes. I think there are some games over the next couple of days for other clubs, but this is the last one for Miami, yes. And then they play, technically you could say the Kansas City game's a preseason game, but it's not. Because technically CCL is the beginning of their season, truly, but it's still technically MLS preseason, if you really want to go that way. Oh, Valeri's calling this game in Spanish. Cool. I'm scared for NYCFC. Well, let's see how they play against Orlando. Against people who are on their level, they drew so far. They scored 2 goals on America, but turns out America lost to LAFC. So I don't know what that says, frankly. But 2-1 LAFC. So I don't know what that says, frankly, but you could make of that what you will. Yeah. Playing forward. Nice play by Suarez. Up by Segovia. Segovia plays wide. Wide for Miami. Cross back into Segovia. Plays it back. Sergio Busquets. Busquets to Suarez. Back to Bright. To Weingart. Weingart. Alendi. And Lujan keeps it alive. Making his debut, Gonzalo Lujan, as well as Segovia. By the way, they're making their debuts tonight. Alendi. Alendi, still Alendi. Plays it through and cleared by Orlando. Miami definitely is start on the front foot in this matchup against Orlando City. Martinez plays it on. Segovia looks interesting. I hope WWE gets rid of Def Rebel. Those songs are horrible. CFOs was better. And Jim Johnston, of course, was better as well. But hey, if wrestlers want to go to actual band to get their theme song, there's a lot of wrestling fan bands that would do it. Or they could make their own music. I don't know, like John Cena did. Suarez, offside. He was obviously offside. So, yeah, I think actual artists can make better music or bring back CFOs or shit. I don't think anybody could be worse than Def Rebel. If I was a wrestler, I know exactly what I'd do. I'd make a song with Upchurch. That'd be mine. Well, at least you're catching them early. 4 minutes in. See what they do against Orlando and Kansas City. Then you can start feeling scared. Just because they beat the shit out of Olympia doesn't mean you should feel scared yet. Actually see what they do against MLS competition. Orlando, who's a club who's trying to stay good, and Kansas City. I think New York's better than Kansas City. But see what they do over these next 2 games. Then you could feel scared, but I don't think you should feel scared yet, is my opinion. But do with that what you will. 5 minutes in. Do with that what you will. But I don't think you should feel scared yet, in my opinion. Now they are holding they have been the better team so far 5 minutes through against Orlando. This is true. But on paper, Would I put NYCFC over Orlando, even though Orlando just made the Eastern Conference Final? Yeah, I would. I think the big thing holding down New York was their manager, Cross in. And I honestly think the thing making Orlando as good as they are is their manager. Yes, they have good players like Basalic. They just got Atuesta. They still have Ramiro Enrique. But I think the reason why Orlando's so good is their manager, Pareja. They wouldn't be what they are without him. Just like New York would have been better without Cushing. Cross in by Messi off the corner. Header cleared away by Orlando. So we're going to find out. But good signing for Toronto. The Norwegian striker that they're about to sign. Yeah, that sounds like a good signing. He scored a lot of goals in 11 goals, 12 games as a backup. And he was behind Adam Buxa as a understudy. If he's as good as Buxa, that's an amazing signing because Adam Buxa was an amazing striker in MLS. So if that Norwegian striker, Ola, picked up anything from Buxa, that should be a really good signing. Like, Adam Buxa was amazing for the Revs. He was an amazing striker for that club. So if Ola picked up anything off of Buxa, that's a good sign for Toronto. That's a very good sign for him. And 11 goals in 12 games as a backup, as a substitute, amazing. Like, this guy's a goal scorer. It doesn't seem like this will be a failure. It doesn't seem like it, but let's let it get over the line. But if it does, I'm good with it. I'm good with a move. I think it's Ola. Yeah, Ola, I'm thinking. Hold on. Ola Brynhildsen. Yep, Ola Brynhildsen. Yep. Loan with a purchase option. Good. But from what I've seen about him, he looks like a really good player. Like, I think they made a good move. For him. Sucked that it's a loan deal, but at least there's a purchase option. Happy Valentine's Day. New York Islanders Stadium are hosting a Caribbean concert tonight for Valentine's Day. All soca, reggae, calypso, love theme songs from legendary artists will perform. Sean Paul. That does sound pretty awesome. I hope so. I'm liking this season with all the new signings. Ain't you a Nashville fan? Has Nashville even made any signings? Yeah, I saw that. Yes. Shaggy and Sting are performing. Ooh. Mikhail from Houston is going to Palmeiras. Interesting. What? Mascherano's wearing their hoodie. There's no way. I just found this. Trump and Elon Musk have been invited to the Saturday Night Live 50th anniversary special. Brugman. Oh, yeah, they traded for Brugman. Yeah, that happened. LA was on crack. LA was on 14 grams of crack when they traded Brugman. I mean, I know it was salary cap most likely, but Brugman, Delgado, and Dejan Joveljic. Like, when they traded Brugman like 3 days after MLS Cup, I'm like, he just was MVP. And we didn't know it was salary at the time. And I'm like, are you on crack? Like, amazing for Nashville. Don't get me wrong. Amazing for Nashville. I almost forgot about that because I was like, right, even before Christmas. You're right. And it wasn't a signing, it was a trade. So technically, they did sign him, but they didn't sign him. It wasn't like a buy. Like, I don't think of trades as signings. I think of trades as trades. Yeah, I like what I'm seeing. I like what I'm seeing for y'all. I do. But When I think of trades, I don't think of trades as signings because there's other sports that do trades. Like, technically, you did sign the player, but in football parlance, that's not a signing. That's you traded for the guy, which I guess a transfer, well, no, because you're only giving him money, not another player. But whatever. Either way, it was way before Christmas as well. But I was like, you're on crack, Nashville or LA. You're on crack. You're on crack. Like, yeah, Brugman, that's a good move, but we're going to see. Hey, they needed a midfielder like Brugman, I would say. Hope he pairs well with Hani and Schaffelberg. But, yeah, it's a good – I think Columbus is about to make a good move. 10 minutes in or 11 minutes in, Miami have had the forward play, have had most of the ball for the first 10 minutes. They are the better team so far. Goes down to Alendi. He should not be starting. I'm going to say it right now. Alendi's not good enough. It's a player from Palmeiras, I think. Like, Connor just sent me the post. The picture, the screenshot of the post. It was Crew. I think it was Crew News 96. Let me go find it. Oh, there it is. Crew 96 News. Jose Flaco Lopez from Palmeiras. Messi to take a corner. That does sound pretty good. 20 million, that's a pretty good. If he's valued at 20 million, I know it's Palmeiras, but he's got to be good. I mean, if he's valued at 20 million, an MLS team's going to go for it, he must be a good player. Like, you ain't going to spend 20 million for some random jackass. Okay. Send him at 20, but they want what they paid for him in 22, which is 10. So about 15 or 16. You probably knock that down to 15 or 16 OBO. So 20 million OBO, as long as it's over 10 million. Okay, I get it. So about 16 in the end, probably. But yeah, that ain't chump change. That's all I'm going to say. 16 million, that ain't chump change. That's pretty, he's got to be worth it. Me too. We got some preseason content, countdown content, I guess, ranking content over the next 2 days. The jersey ranking on Saturday. Oh, no penalty. I don't know. I think they got away with one there. I don't know. Let me see. Oh. Is that Ojeda took the number 10? Okay. They gave away Facundo Torres' number 10. Wow. To Ojeda. I guess Ojeda's the guy they trust. Oh, there he is. Oh, no, I think they got away. Okay. Yeah, that's different. Like, I'm not saying Cucho is short, but Cucho don't look 6'2". Like, Cucho looked like he was more of a, how do I put this? Like, I'm not trying to call Cucho short, but what I am doing is saying he don't look 6'2", and he wasn't really a box presence. Oh, no, Torres wore 17. Oh, well. My bad, he wore 17. I could have swore he wore 10 last year, but maybe I'm thinking about somebody else. No, they did give him the 10 last year. They gave him the 10 last year. 1-0 Orlando. Orlando took the lead under Ojeda. 5'9". There, yeah, exactly. He seemed more wide than tall. Martin Ojeda scores the goal for Orlando City. Plays through Angulo. Angulo plays through to Ojeda, and Ustari came way too far out, and he gets chipped by Ojeda. A good return ball from Angulo, and Orlando has the lead. Oh, Lord. Oh. Okay. I can see why they gave him the 10. Wow. Wow. I can see why they gave him the number 10. He gets the goal. 16 minutes in. Oh, God. Miami is struggling. 1-0. 1-0. Ojeda chips over. Yeah, I know what you were talking about. I know you were talking about the new guy being 6'2". I was saying I don't think Cucho was 6'2". I was saying this is something different because I don't think Cucho was 6'2". He always seemed a little bit more wider than he was tall. Free kick at the top of the box. Ooh. Free kick at the top of the box for Miami. This one's getting a bit chippy. This one's getting a bit chippy for a preseason game. That's all I'm saying. This one's getting a bit chippy for a preseason game. Oof. More of a false nine than a traditional striker. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I would agree with that. We're going to get a free kick for Miami. But then you have Jason Russell-Rowe, so that's interesting to see what happens with him. This is Messi's area to kick a free kick goal. Orlando surprised me. Miami just got a free kick from Messi's area, though, so I would that should be a dog. So you're not wrong. You're not wrong. If this was VAR, that might just be dog so, and it was outside the box. But maybe, no, they're not calling it where Olendi got taken down. I think Orlando got away with one. I think they got away with one there. So, yeah, Miami's human. Didn't you figure that out against Atlanta? Go for it. Messi takes the shot over the bar. Just over the bar. 19 minutes in. Look at her. I mean, if she's cute, she has a good personality. I mean, who cares about the tattoos? It's my opinion. Playing forward, Miami. I don't think, no, we all have our preferences, but again, there's things that can make you overlook what's. I don't know how to put this. Like, we have our preferences, but there are things that make you overlook your preferences. Like, you got to look at who they are as a person, I think. Like, in my opinion. Like, if you don't like tattoos, that's fine. But if they're they got an amazing personality, they're a beautiful person, they got tattoos, so damn be it. You know, that's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like, sometimes there's things sometimes you got to overlook your preferences. Like, you find maybe there's some you don't like so much, but their personality is so good, you just got to overlook it. I mean, I don't know about that, though, but I'm just saying. It's my opinion. I never really thought about tattoos or not, in my opinion. Like, I could take it or leave it, in my opinion. Like, it doesn't matter. Good. Playing forward is Miami. Oh. Suarez drops back to Messi. Orlando's defending their asses off now that they have the lead, which I don't blame them. That's what they should be doing. Alendi, oh my God. He's so... I'm not saying he's bad. He should not be starting. I mean, Fafa Pico's a better player. And Alendi scores! Tadeo Alendi finally breaks through and pops one into the far post. Oh my God. Oh. How ironic is that? Tadeo Alendi scores a goal as soon as I was shit talking him. Oh my. Tadeo Alendi. His second of the preseason. He did score against Sporting, but this is actually a good team. 1-1. 22nd minute. 1-1, uno, my word. How does that is so wild. Like, that is the most... What you say, punk? Today, Olendi's like, what you say, punk? Okay. Boom. I don't think I've ever had that happen. Like, in the process of, like, just... in the process of criticizing somebody, they're, like, instantly going for goal. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. I don't think that's ever happened. Like, on the channel, like, on camera. I don't think that's ever happened on camera for me. Oh, wow. It's like, okay, punk. Boom. 1-1. Okay, maybe he's okay. Maybe, I mean, he ain't Fafa Pico, but maybe. 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 Lamel. And that's a goal. Another. Wait, no. It hit the back of the net, but I guess it was offside. It was offside from the chip. I need to see the replay. It almost was 2-1 Miami, but they call it offside. Let's see. Suarez. No. Okay, no, he was offside there. He never got back onto an onside position. I don't know. Ooh. Playing forward is Alendi. Once again, shot wide. Ooh. Ray. I mean, I respect Taker. I mean, he basically is just biker Taker at this point in real life, but I'm not really... I mean, Ray's not high up on my list either. I mean, I respect them both. I'm not a big Rey Mysterio fan, just like I ain't a big Undertaker fan. Like, I'm more of a fan of Biker Taker, but like Deadman, no. Like, I never really liked that presentation. I'm not going to lie. Like, Biker Taker was better than Deadman Taker, and I'll stand on that. Like, I loved American Badass Biker Undertaker. I'm not really a fan of Deadman, which the sad part is Undertaker pretty much is American Badass Biker Taker. Like, Mark Calloway in real life is Biker Taker. Like, that's him. Which I guess that's why it's better, is because he was playing himself. When he played that gimmick, he was playing himself. Like, Deadman's a gimmick. When he was playing Biker Taker, he was playing his real self. Maybe that's why it was better. I don't know. Maybe I didn't have really. But Ray, I have respect for Ray, but like, he wasn't. Like, I liked Bryan better. I liked Cena, Punk better. Out of like the main eventers from like the early 2010s, I like Randy better. Like, probably Taker. Like, if we're talking it through, yeah, I'd probably rather have Taker's autograph. Yeah. I mean, considering he pretty much is Biker Taker in real life and he's retired at this point. Yeah, Taker. Undertaker. But, I mean, Ray, like, I mean, Taker and Ray, like, of course I respect them. But when I really started watching, of course, Taker was part-time, but he was playing the dead man gimmick, which I really don't, not disrespect to Taker, I don't like the dead man gimmick. I don't find it interesting. I don't find the dead man gimmick good. Like, it's okay. Like, okay, the gong, great. What are we talking about here? Like, I preferred Biker Taker. Like, I prefer Biker Taker. Like, I like going back and watching that era, like 1997 to 2004 or 2003 Taker. Like, that's better. What he's doing now. Like, when I really started watching 2013 to now, like, I mean, there were times where I picked it up during the Ruthless Aggression era in the mid 2000s. But like, when I watched weekly or started watching weekly and really paying attention and really getting into it, 2013, and I would say till, like, I still watch wrestling, I still am a fan, but I won't, like, I'm not as, what's the word, enamored by it as I used to be. Like, I'd say about 2019 was when I stopped being enamored by it. And, of course, football started bleeding into my time, or at least taking up a lot more of my time. I think, of course, like, watching all these matches, '30th minute. It's not like I loved it before, of course, but I will say soccer football started growing above wrestling around 2019. I would say that's because it just wasn't the same. Like, I was telling myself that during Mania weekend, like the Mania go home shows, Mania Sunday and Raw after and SmackDown after, I was going to watch it all up there and watch the shows like how I used to, like when I was in high school and all that. Like, listen to music off the Blu-ray player before the show started, watch the show, sit in that couch, all that. But like I used to when I was really enamored by it. Like I was watching wrestling my Nana, like up there in the living room. And when she passed, it was like I've watched shows up there since over the past 5 years, but it's been less and less. And normally when I watch the weekly shows, like ever since the pandemic, or like before the pandemic, like when the calendar turned to 2020, I've been watching Raw and SmackDown in here. Like I've been watching pay-per-views up there whenever I can, like Rumble, Mania, so on and so forth, in the living room. But it's not the same. You know, it's kind of free kick for Orlando. It's just it's sort of a maybe me football growing above wrestling is partially the channel, partially the fact that it's just not wrestling's not the same. Like it's sort of a grief response, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. And maybe I haven't watched enough shows in the living room since over the past 5 years that I haven't gotten used to it, you know. So I guess even if I do treat Mania the week before Mania and the Mania Sunday and the week after the same as I used to when I was in high school, it still won't be the same. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I was the one who got her into it. She became a fan because I became a fan. She didn't even, because I wanted to get into it, she got into it. So she became a fan because I became a fan. Like I got really into wrestling and she became a fan because I became a fan. She would have never got into it if I didn't like really get into it. "34th minute, Orlando, Miami." Man, she hated Paul Heyman. Man, she got worked so bad by Paul Heyman. Man, you don't even know. I don't know why, but man, she couldn't stand Paul Heyman. I don't know why I brought that up, but she couldn't, man. I'm like, Paul cuts so many good promos, and it's like he's a con man. Like, yeah, you should treat him like a heel. I mean, like she just saw Paul as slimy, which I guess. I mean, Paul is legitimately slimy. I mean, let's be real. I mean, do you see what he did with the ECW wrestlers? I mean, the man is slimy, but I mean, at the time he had no power. I mean, he was just Brock's advocate at the time, but like, I guess my Nana just saw right through Paul and saw him for the con man he was, even though he was an amazing promo, an amazing character on screen. Like, I always appreciated the talent. Like, I never booed heels. Like, if I hate somebody, it's because I don't like them. It's because I don't like them. I don't think they should be on my screen. Like, I'm not going to boo a heel because they're a heel. I hate Logan Paul because he's a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand Logan Paul. I think he's a piece of shit. I don't boo him because he's a heel. I think he's a piece of shit person, and I don't want to see him on my TV. I don't give a crap that Rollins was a heel for years. I thought his work was amazing. Like, Nana hated Rollins too, especially when he turned. But I'm like, I loved Rollins' work. I didn't care he was a heel. I think we'd probably agree about Logan Paul. She was still here. I think she would see, as long as I told her about Logan Paul being a piece of shit, I think she would agree. I think she would have agreed. But like, she kind of followed the line of face and heel. Me, on the other hand, when AJ turned, she didn't like AJ. When Shinsuke turned, she didn't like Shinsuke. When Bryan turned for like 2 months. Yeah. She didn't like when Bryan turned. If Cena turned, she would have hated Cena. Probably. Not that Cena would ever have turned, but, you know. Me, I'm more of like Charlotte. I don't care if Charlotte's a face or heel. I hate Charlotte. Like, I can't stand her. Charlotte Flair, I can't stand her. I can't. I don't care if she's a face or heel. I can't stand her. No. Logan Paul, and I don't think Charlotte's a bad person. I just can't stand her. Now, Logan Paul's a piece of shit. Like, that's just real. Who else? Cross in. Like, maybe from that era. Cross in. Say, how good are you at football? I mean, I'm better at talking about it than playing it. That's why I'm here. So let that be what it is. Let's see. Oh, Roman. She loved Roman. Man, Nana loved Roman. I hated his guts. Until Roman turned heel and went tribal chief. Like, okay, no, I started liking Roman after he came back from cancer. I'm like, oh. Like, oh, he had leukemia. Oh. He started getting likable after that. Like, after he came back from leukemia. But especially when he came back as the tribal chief. Like, when he turned heel and actually seemed like he had acting lessons. Great. Roman from, like, 2013. Well, when he was in the Shield, okay. No, I didn't. When he left the Shield, when the Shield broke up and I thought he was going to take over Cena's spot and he had no charisma and I didn't want him to overtake Cena's spot. I didn't think he deserved it, especially. And then AJ came in and Shinsuke came in and Bryan was there. I'm like, they're going to pass them over for him? The man who looks like a freaking Twilight werewolf? I love Twilight, but no. This man can't talk. They're going to overlook Dean Ambrose for this motherfucker? They're going to overlook AJ Styles for this motherfucker? No. So, like, yeah, for what? Like 5 or 6 years, I hated Roman's guts. I couldn't stand him. I don't think many people liked Roman back then. I wasn't the only one. I think I wasn't the only one, but I wasn't the only one. He ran CM Punk off. Well, CM Punk buried the shit out of him. Yeah, that happened. I wouldn't say he ran Punk off, but, you know. I mean, Roman now is awesome. Don't get me wrong. Like, the past 4 years, Roman's been awesome. But Roman Reigns from, like, 2014 to 2018, oh, my God. I hated that motherfucker. I hated him like everybody else did. Who am I kidding? I'm not the only one. My Nana was definitely in the minority of liking Roman. I hated that motherfucker. How we doing, Adam? Man, I hated Roman. Not like I was the only one. Araujo gets a yellow card. He was, and I think it's because, I think I said it back then. Roman should have never been a face. You know, he should have never been a face. Like, Roman being a face, no. That, you could just tell. Like, this man should have never been a face. Now, yeah, he needed acting lessons. But, like, it seemed a lot more natural for him to be the tribal chief than be the big dog. You know what I'm saying? Be the man for the man of the shield, the face of the WWE. Like, it was way more real. Like, I don't think, yeah, he took acting lessons, but him being the tribal chief was like real. Like, you'd be like, yeah, that's supposed to be Roman. Like, that's what, yep. That's how he should be. Like, that's how you would think he would act. Not this John Cena ripoff wearing a freaking riot jacket, a flak jacket, who can't talk. Like, you'd be like, yeah, no, tribal chief is way more Roman. No, 2000. No, I think 2019 Monday Night Raw was horrible. I think that also hurt. Like, the 2019 era of Monday Night Raw, like that being the worst year ever, especially when it came to Monday nights. Like, the content, I don't think that helped matters for me. Like, this channel was, the idea was starting to become a thing. Football was already starting to grow in precedence to me. A grief reaction, of course, after losing my Nana, and then Raw being so bad. I think it all changed trajectory. I think it all changed the trajectory. Monday Night Raw was fucking horrible. Like, 2019 Monday Night Raw, like, Jesus Christ. SmackDown, it depended. Raw and the pay-per-views, oh my God. How bad was 2019? I mean, shit. Like, oh my God. 43rd minute. Like, that was so bad. Like, 2019, like, that year, like, I don't care if you say 2009 was bad. I don't care if you say 2012 was bad. 2019, like, yeah, the PG era was, I was a kid back then. Like, 2009, like, I'll look back on it with some rose-tinted glasses. I mean, I watched some episodes here and there in 2009, and I went back into it. The stuff that I didn't see going back into it's bad. I won't lie. But 2019, like, being in it at the time, watching Raw, like, I was befuddled at how bad. The wild card rule, Jesus Christ. 2019 was the worst. Like, that year itself, singularly. And you could go into, like, the PC era, the pandemic PC era. It didn't start until Roman, like, when Roman came back and the Thunderdome started, that's when things started to go back up. You go into the PC era a little bit. My God. I don't want him on either. Well, I'd rather have him in AEW because I am watching that. Exactly. Lesnar defended the WWE title twice a year. The Universal title was ugly. NXT was better at the time. You know what's funny? I only watched takeovers at that point. I stopped watching weekly NXT. Like, I stopped watching weekly NXT about, I don't know, late 2018. Save by Gaese, 45th, getting to the 45th minute. I thought weekly NXT was getting boring at the time. I'm not kidding. Exactly. There we go. Exactly. That's about when I stopped watching weekly NXT. I kept watching the takeovers, but the weekly NXTs, oh my God. Ugh. Like, recorded was fine. When it went live, I'm like, And Adam Cole, like, I'm not going to lie. The Adam Cole reign was, I think it was getting bad at the time. Like, it was getting bad. It was getting stale. And I'm like, this is the same shit every week. Like, I was like, and I was so floored because it was 1 minute of stoppage time. I love NXT. Like, 2014 NXT is like the best wrestling I've ever seen. Like 2014, 15, 16 NXT. I don't give a crap what you think about right now. 2014 to 2016 NXT, best wrestling. And I love New Japan. I love Ring of Honor when it used to be its own thing. But 2014 to 17 NXT, well, we'll go 17. That was, bar none, the best weekly programming and best pay-per-views I'd ever seen. Like, you knew you were getting an amazing show every week, whether it was TV or TakeOver. You knew you were getting an amazing show. So when NXT started to, like, slide down in quality, and then when it went live, I'm like, this is Raw. This ain't NXT. What are you talking about? Like, it pissed me off more than Raw, because at least Raw was good at times. The main roster was good at times, but 2019 was a bad year for WWE, I guess, in general. But when I was watching Raw, I'm like, okay. Like, if it's shit some weeks, it's like, okay. If it, like, has a sustained run of being shit, it's like, okay. Yeah, it's barely passable when it's at its best. Like, it's barely passable when it's at its best. NXT was so different. Halftime, it's 1-1. NXT was just, like, it felt like insulting when NXT, like, dipped in quality. It felt insulting, you know? That's when I was like, so it was more noticeable. Raw and SmackDown, it's like, yeah, it's shit, but it's barely passable when it's good. If we're being real. NXT was so awesome that when it, like, downslid, it was like, huh? That was insulting. It was more insulting than anything. So, honestly, now that I'm looking back at it, I think NXT 2.0 might have been the right move. I think they needed to sort of at least split the timelines and then sort of make it its own thing. Well, there you go. I think when they started to change it, like 2.0 was bad. Like the 2.0 pop art era was bad. I'm not saying it wasn't, but it did bring some people in that ended up becoming stars. But like then when they went back to gold and silver NXT, and then Sean really started doing the creative for it, that's I think that's honestly what saved NXT. I'm not going to lie. Like, it's not ever going to be Sami Zayn, Balor, Kevin Owens, Nakamura ever again. I get that. But I'm starting to appreciate what NXT is now. It's still better than 2019 NXT. Adam Cole NXT. It's getting better. You know, it's like, I like Tony D'Angelo, Braun Breaker. He did awesome. Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade, Chase U. I'm starting to. Oh yeah, the women's NXT division is awesome. Like, it's kind of like the old days. It's kind of like 2013. You know, that's like the first thing that NXT really shined on back when it was getting to become what it did in the takeover era was the women's division. So it's kind of like ironic to look back at it now and be like, the women's division in NXT is sort of carrying the show like it did 11 years ago or 12 years ago. It's kind of ironic if you kind of look at it. It's like, huh, okay. It kind of feels right. I'm not going to lie. I just hope that it means you still have Trick Williams. You have Obafemi, which, yeah, sure. I can't believe I like Obafemi. I'm honestly, I'm surprised. Like, I'm surprised I'm a fan of Obafemi. I really am, because I thought I'd look at him like Braun, you know, or I'm not really. Maybe it's because I'm short as hell. I don't know. But more of an indie guy build. Maybe that's why. But I don't really like the Giants. I don't really like the Hosses. I don't like Braun. I didn't like Omas. I like Luke Harper. I love Brody Lee. Man, it sucks he's dead. Brody Lee. Man, I'm a fan of Luke Harper, Brody Lee. I'm a fan of his work, but he was one of the rare ones that I'm a fan of, just like Obafemi, Giant-wise. Luke Harper, Obafemi, you got to be awesome as a Giant for me to like you and look at you like you're good. And I don't really count Brock as a Giant. I just count him as I don't count Brock as a Giant. I count him more as an actual fighter. He ain't tall. He's just big. Like Bobby Lashley and Brock are their own thing. They're not giants. They're just really strong, and they actually could fight. There's a difference. They're more genetic freaks than giants, you know what I'm saying? But, so to speak. But, yeah. Yes. Yes. Like every time it was like, oh, TakeOver, then SummerSlam, TakeOver, then Mania, TakeOver, then Survivor Series. Be like, I watch the takeovers. I enjoy that way more. And then I'll watch WrestleMania the next day. I'll be like, well, shit, what? Do you think WrestleMania, man, Vince must have been pissed. I know Vince McMahon must have been pissed. He'd been like, how? My shows are getting, I think that's why he killed it when Triple H had the heart problem. I think when Triple H had his heart situation, that's why Vince went in and killed NXT. But I think in the end, it might have been the best thing for it. I'm not saying 2.0 was, but what NXT turned into when Shawn could rescue it and Triple H got power back, what NXT became, it's not the same as it used to be. It's not peak NXT, but it's its own thing. 2.0 was still bad. But when Triple H got power back and put Shawn in creative and actually empowered Shawn, NXT Silver and Gold, whatever you want to call it, then that definitely was something. But we'll take a short break at the half, talk about the stats, get this one going. It is halftime. It's 1-1. Take a short break at the half, talk about the stats. Oh, yeah, TakeOver Dallas was amazing. So awesome. But, yeah, we'll take a short break. We'll talk about the stats, get this one going. Sit tight, be back. All right, we're back for the stats at the half. 42% possession to 58% possession, 6 shots to 8, 2 shots on goal to 3, 3 big chances to 3, 179 accurate passes, 87% to 262, 90%, 3 fouls to 5, 4 corners to 4, 6 shots to 8, 2 shots on goal to 3, 205 pass to 291, 87% pass accuracy to 90. We got 4 throws to 6, 0 offside to 3, 2 yellow cards to 0, 0 red cards to 0, 1-1 at the half. Uno miro tiempo. I just got back here. Who are you talking to? With that being said, Miami have had more of the ball at the half. You just got here and I just got back. What do you mean? If you're talking about Alex, he ain't been here. With that being said, Miami's had more of the ball. I think they've been slightly the better team. But a draw, 1-1 draw at the half, I'd say, I don't know. I'd say Miami. I think that's a deserved draw. For Orlando, I don't think for Miami it's a deserved draw. But Miami hasn't scored anything since. And Orlando hasn't scored against the run of play for a second time. We'll see what happens over the second half. And then, of course, we will see what happens when it comes to if there's going to be penalties if it's tried. If it's a tie after the half. Just remember this game's being played on artificial turf. I don't think so. I thought Raymond James Stadium was real grass. And I should know. I mean, Tom Brady played there for 3 years. I thought it was real grass. And it's Florida, so do with that what you will. Can't wait for the new MLS season to start, supporting Toronto, Miami, and Atlanta. Okay. These Yanks born in Montreal. With that being said, we got another 45 minutes. We'll see how this match goes. '90s UFC rules. That's just harsh. That's inhumane. So wait, you're saying, eye gouges were never allowed, right? No, it couldn't have been, right? '90s UFC rules. It is real grass. That's what I thought. Cruise Striker, 3 salute emojis, 3 heart emojis. 12 minutes. Okay, it seems like they're going to get it. Why are they having Messi kick a hand egg football? That's no problem. It's no problem. I was just like, I don't think. Ooh. Okay, I see why they did that. That was pretty cool. I'm not going to lie, but it's fine. It's fine. I was like, Tom Brady played there for 3 years. I should know if this is real grass or not. It's not like they're playing in New England. I know Gillette's artificial turf. Even when the Patriots are playing, so I don't get the ads in the UK. Oh, yeah, it's only on Season Pass, which... Watching season pass. Here comes the second half. 1 minute to start the second half. Gillette, the best. Also, the jersey ad that they could get after United Healthcare gets destroyed by Luigi Mangione. It's ironic that the Revs United Healthcare sponsorship ended soon after Luigi. Well, deny, defend, deposed the CEO of United Healthcare. It's like, we'll put Gillette on the jerseys. Like 2 weeks after the CEO gets whacked. It's like, we can't have the United Healthcare logo on our jerseys for another year. Let's put Gillette on there. We can't bring them back. The CEO just got whacked. The CEO just got whacked. Or WWE or Livestream and bull riding. What's that got to do with their company? Well, I mean, hey, who knows? It might be because TKO wanted it to be streamed. They're trying to make some money, kid. Oh, so the Apple TV logos, the customized Apple TV logos will be on the away kits this year, too. I saw that. That was funny. I haven't seen the away logo for Apple TV. Like, every team has, like, a customized Apple TV logo on their jerseys. Michelle McCool to the Hall of Fame. Yep, I saw that. Good for her. She deserves it. Good for her. She deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, everybody who's been in the WWE, unless they've done something heinous, gets in there. But, yeah, she deserves to be in there. But, I mean, seriously, everybody who's been in the WWE, as long as they haven't done something heinous, ends up being in the Hall of Fame. At some point. At some point. I mean, it's a kayfabe sport. I get it. So technically, you can't really vote on it. And technically, it's just whoever they choose to put in there. And Triple H technically has 2 Hall of Fame rings because of DX and then him going in as himself. And then Ric Flair has 2 Hall of Fame rings because no, it's not Evolution, the 4 Horsemen and himself. But okay. But whoever was saying the WWE Hall of Fame is legitimate. And we got kickoff for the second half is about to happen. But again, she deserves it. I'm not saying she doesn't. I think she very much deserves it. But she's not one of those people like, I don't know, Coco Beware. Coco Beware being in the WWE Hall of Fame. Like, I was totally just, hey, it's finally time for you to go in. Who else? Exactly. But there's, like, James Ellsworth, he doesn't really deserve it. Santino, on the other hand, I'm actually going to be happy when Santino gets in the Hall of Fame. Let me be real. Like, I like Santino. I like him. Like Hornswoggle, I'll be happy when he gets in the Hall of Fame, even though he's a jobber. He was a jobber. I'll be happy when Hornswoggle gets in the Hall of Fame. Just like I'd be happy when Santino gets there. But there are some people where I'm like, maybe I'm just... Adidas paid a lot of money to have every kit. And you can tell that some they don't give a crap about. And you'll see that tomorrow, R-Truth. R-Truth deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Like, he transcended jobber status. Like, R-Truth, longevity-wise and entertainment-wise, like, he accepts his role and makes the best out of it. Like, I don't think I've ever seen somebody so okay with being a sideshow, you know? And it's hard to say it like that, but it's true. Like, R-Truth is fine with being whatever they need him to be. Like, if he's being a sideshow that has no brain, he's fine with that. if they turn him heel for a little bit and make him talk to an imaginary child, he's fine with that. If they want him to just hype up the crowd and perform, he'll do that. Like, and the fact he's been doing it for like 20 years and he looks the same as he did back in 1998. Like, I mean, the most serious he's ever been taken was when he was in TNA, but you know, it just dropped today. Hell, I just bought the new jersey today. Should be in by match day 4, in my opinion. Shot! I think it's awesome. All red, a little bit of maroon. I like it. Yeah. I would agree with that. But, like, R-Truth deserves to be in the WWE Hall of Fame. Like, hell, at this point, he might just get in there before he ever actually retires, and I wouldn't question it. Like, the career that man's had, and, like, he's just fine doing whatever they ask him to do, it's amazing. Like, it's amazing. And he knocks out of the park no matter what. You know? Like, R-Truth is just... Man, he's awesome. He's awesome. Like, I think it's not as bad as the time. There have been some WWE champions who never deserved it. Let's just be real. If they treated R-Truth seriously and gave him a thank you reign as at least World Heavyweight Champion, if they could make Jimmy Uso a main eventer, screw it. You can make R-Truth a world champion for like 2 months. After all that man has been through, and after all that man has done, he deserves to be a world champion at least once as a thank you reign. Doesn't even have to be the WWE Championship. But the man could still work. Make him serious for 2 months. Not turn him heel. Have him be a face. But make him serious. Make him a serious contender for like 3 months. And like give him the title in, I don't know, September? At SummerSlam? Let him run it to freaking Survivor Series or something? Like, you ain't getting at Mania. But if you can make Jimmy Uso a WrestleMania main eventer, you can make R-Truth one. As a face or a heel. And I think people will get behind it. Like, it's sad that, like, the best title he's ever held was the NWA TNA World Heavyweight Championship. Like, after all that man's done, he deserves to be WWE a World Heavyweight Champion for, like, 2 months. I don't care which. I mean, if they can make Jimmy Uso the World Heavyweight Champion, and that's no slide on Jimmy, but come on. Come on. I mean, Jimmy Uso's going to win the world title at WrestleMania. Let's just be real. But hey, at least they finally gave him Gunther, so we know John Cena's facing Cody. Well, he's got to win the Chamber, but come on. They would Cena in the Chamber, knowing it's going to be Cody, they wouldn't swerve us, right? They wouldn't swerve us. That I'm good with that. But I still want to see R-Truth be world champion at least once. I think TFC's kit looks awesome. Like, it should be red. It looks like a Toronto jersey. It represents the city. It looks class, I think. And everybody likes it. For the first time in like 4 years of Toronto new kits. Like, I'm not the only one who says it's good at the beginning. I think everybody likes it. So, Sergio Busquets take the free kick while Messi stand over it as well. 51st minute. Free kick taken. Shot! It's wide. It's wide. Goal kick for Gaese, 51st minute. But yeah. over the top. Matty Longstaff, because he used to play for Newcastle. Do you, but I get why you're getting it, but you're lucky that Robin Fraser's the manager of this club and not me. Robin Fraser might play Matty Longstaff to my dismay. Ay. I mean, the club's already made an all-for-one short about Longstaff and his family. So it seems to me he's going to at least be a backup and be used first off the bench whenever they need a midfield sub, at least defensively. Oh, no. Sergio Busquets gets a yellow card. Like, hey, now that John Herdman's gone, maybe Longstaff actually has to try and actually have to play like he was like the first 3 months of last season instead of just hoofing it, instead of just loafing it. Maybe he'll actually have to try. That'll be good because when he actually tried, he actually played good football. Then he stopped trying after 3 months, and then he just started loafing it. But hey, maybe he knows with Robin Fraser, he's actually going to have to try. Hopefully longer than 3 months a year. Shot for Orlando. Goal. Ramiro Enrique to the near post, and it's 2-1 Orlando. Robin Fraser, guy who used to formerly manage Colorado. Did well with Colorado, though. Orlando, Ramiro Enrique scores against the run of play once again. And it's 54th minute. 2-1, 2-1. Honestly, the biggest, it's come first full circle storyline. I've seen give his biggest fan R-Truth a world title match, and R-Truth wins. The student surpassed his idol. You know what? If that's how Cena's world title reign ends, his 17th world title reign ends, you know what? I won't mind. You know what? Fine. Do it. It ain't Sami Zayn, but then, I mean, I think you'd want John Cena. Exactly. Mistake from Martinez. Misread the ball. Orlando took advantage. It's just that I want Sami Zayn to win the world title off John Cena like in December. Oh, December might be a perfect pay-per-view to give it to R-Truth. To have him lose it at the Rumble or something. Or you could let him take it to Mania, and then Sami Zayn wins the Rumble and beats R-Truth. Or if you want to put it on a heel to give them heat and then have Sami Zayn beat the heel, it should never happen. I do not want the UEFA Champions League final to be played in America. I don't. I legit find that dirty. I find that horrible. It's like sending a Concacaf final to Saudi Arabia. I would find that deplorable. Even though I'm on this side of the Atlantic, of course, I don't want a UEFA. Even if Chelsea were in the UEFA Champions League final, it was somehow being played in New York, I would not go. I would watch Chelsea play it. I would want them to win it. I would watch it on TV, but I'm not going. I would not go. Even if Chelsea were in. I don't think that should happen either, but I would say that's more. I would say the NFL are more likely to put a Super Bowl in London, and a WrestleMania would be going to London than the UEFA Champions League final in USA. But the NFL isn't as... I think there are Americans who would be pissed, but everybody would be like, I don't think it would work out. WrestleMania, wrestling is such a worldwide sport that wrestling fans, if the WrestleMania did go to London, I think people would be happy about it. It may be a really early start time because they will have to show it live. They can't tape it. I'd have to be watching it at 3 p.m. or 2 p.m. my time, but I would not be mad about it. Like WrestleMania, wrestling is a worldwide sport. I would not be mad about it. Super Bowl, like, I understand they want to grow the game in London, but if there's no team in London and it's just people going over to play games like they do in the regular season, and that's the same place we are, I don't like it. But like Europeans, I mean, yeah, there are European fans who love going to NFL games. I mean, they do fill those stadiums out. I won't lie. And there are people who do go over to see those games because it's a once in a couple of season history. Like the Patriots went to London twice. Yeah, they played Tampa and St. Louis in London. They went to the London twice. They haven't went since. They did go to Germany though. But if you're a bigger team, you might have more chances to go overseas. Like the Steelers game in Ireland, if I had the money and if I could get to that Steelers game in Ireland, I would go. Like, that's something I would want to do. I want to go to Dublin for that game. Like, I legit, like Steelers playing the Packers in Dublin, which that sounds like the rumor, I would want to go to that game. Like, I'd be one of those NFL fans and be like, well, obviously, you know. Well, you know how that would go. But I wouldn't be alone for sure when it comes to that trip. But Miami saved by Gallese. But I would love to be at that game. That's a game I would love to be at. Hell, I'll definitely watch that one on TV. But that's just awesome, you know. But there's probably a lot more European fans. There are European fans who fill up the stadiums. But for me, Super Bowl Mania get away without having the atmosphere. In fact, it's better for WrestleMania and Super Bowls. The European crowds give it a special spice. But yeah, UEFA has history and more passion. Like, you take away UEFA from Europe, that's just wrong. Like, yes, they have added more suits for the ticket allocation recently, and I don't like that. But you send a UEFA final to the USA, it's just different. It's just different than WrestleMania or the Super Bowl. Like, I know damn well that the UEFA Champions League final should be in Europe. I know it. I know that. And I have no problem with that. Like, I know that it's very unlikely that my club will ever make it back to a UEFA Champions League final. And even if they do, I'm probably not going to get to go there. Like, I would love to just go to a random UEFA Champions League final someday in my life. And I'm not going to let that one be the one in the USA if they do that. And if Chelsea makes it, I still wouldn't go. Even though it'd probably be the easiest one for me to get to. Because let me tell you, I want to go to your UEFA Champions League final. Hell, I want to go to all three European club finals. If it's a different year, so be it. If I could just go to every final in 1 year, that'd be great. I would love to at some point go to those finals, but those finals have to be in Europe. Those finals have to be in Europe because I know damn well that that's where they should be. Like, they never put the UEFA Conference or UEFA Europa final in the USA. I get that. UEFA Champions League, it should be somewhere in Europe, where that's Greece, England, Italy, Uzbekistan. Hell, Uzbekistan, right? No, wait, that's Asia. My bad. And it's kind of riding the pine. Let's be real. Azerbaijan, that's the one I was. There we go. Azerbaijan. Well, I was thinking Uzbekistan. I don't know. Russia ain't getting one. Ukraine. Okay, that one might be a stupid one to go to. Oof. I mean, yeah, 2018 it was fun. Also in the Club World Cup of the USA. I mean, that's fine. UEFA or FIFA chose that. I'm not against the Club World Cup of the USA. I mean, I like it. It's cool. Not that I'll be able to go into any games. I'm not going to be able to go to any games for the Club World Cup. It'll be all on. I'll be watching on a TV or whatever. But maybe next year's World Cup I will. But this year I won't be able to get to any games. There's no way. But I don't have a problem with that. To be fair, there's also some teams for Asia because it's on the board of Asia and Europe in the Champions League anyway. Like, there's some countries in Asia that also are on the line of, like, Europe, and they're, like, you could call Russia a double. Like, Russia, part of Russia's in Asia, part of Russia's in Europe, but they're a European team, you know? But you could arguably say, like, there's part of Russia in Asia. It's like, it's confusing. There's some places that are confusing. The capital's in Europe. Exactly. But if UEFA completely expelled Russia and AFC would have them, they'd join the AFC, and that wouldn't be such a problem. Like Israel. All the countries bordering Israel are in AFC. Israel's in UEFA. So technically, Israel's in Asia, but because of political reasons, they're in UEFA. Redondo and Fry coming on for Miami. Like Palestine is in AFC. Iraq, Iran, UAE, Qatar, Bahrain, all the other Arab countries and Persian country, Iran. I can't make that mistake again. Busquets off for Redondo. Iran being a Persian country and the other Arabic countries, of course, being in AFC. And then, exactly, because they wanted more competition. That was innocuous, but they just wanted more competition. Israel's in UEFA for political reasons. Fafa Pico on for Miami and Ian Fry on for Gonzalo Lujan. And I guess secular reasons, or is it the same thing? Secular and political reasons? Well, Exactly. But during like the pregame show of the UCL, they've really been trying to push these Pepsi performances. And then when CONMEBOL tried to do the freaking halftime show, no, I didn't like it. And what made it worse is that when they did the halftime show at the CONMEBOL, like, it made the game go even longer after all the bullshit, after all the trying to ransack the stadium bullshit. You know? Which I'll call that what it is. I don't care. Suarez coming forward. Orlando has the lead, 65th minute. Orlando has the lead over Miami, shockingly. Like, I legit didn't like it. Like, I legit hated it. When they had a halftime show for the Copa, I hated it. Now, it was also horribly secure. The security was also horribly staffed, by the way, just so you know. By the way, it's not just because it was suits. It was also because the security was so horribly staffed. Like, it was such a shit show of epic proportions. Like, people could actually ransack gates. Like, it was so horribly corner for Miami, Jordi Alba take. It was so horribly planned that, yes, a lot of tickets were for suits, but there were regular people who had tickets as well. And it was a totally horribly, the situation was horribly planned out. The game was horribly planned out. The security was horribly planned out. It was a total fuck up on all levels at the Copa, frankly. And shot saved by Gaius. It was a total fuck up. Like, you can't change. Should I not curse? Maybe I will. It was. It was. They don't run the security forces. Sadly. Like the private security forces, Rory. Unless maybe they just send more local police there. But who knows? Maybe that's what they still don't run the state police or the highway patrol. But depends on if the state's friendly or not, I guess. I don't know. 68th minute. Unless Donald's talked to FIFA and he's like, I'm not letting that happen. Now, if Trump's talked to FIFA and said, I'm not letting that happen again, I'm sure FIFA's better at running a tournament, though. Like, I don't think they need to be told by Donald Trump, hey, I need more security at each stadium than what you did at the Copa or what CONMEBOL did at the Copa. I don't think they need to be told by Donald Trump. I heard FIFA had to lower the Club World Cup tickets. The Philadelphia Eagles stadium staff said they had a lot of complaints for the Club World Cup ticket prices. Yeah, because not as many people are buying it. Like, maybe more people will buy tickets if they're lower prices. So there's that. Exactly. I'd be happy to break. That's okay. Okay, Ghost Rider. Do with that what you will. Ay. Well. 2-1, 69th minute. This is true. But hey, at least it's not like you're dealing with Mississippi Heat. You're just dealing with New York Heat or LA Heat. There's two different things. Okay. There's a difference. There's a difference. Ramiro Enrique's down hurt. It's fine. I mean, that's your opinion. Rodriguez and Luis Muriel coming on for Orlando. Marco Pasalic is off. 2-1 Orlando. I can't believe Orlando's leading. Rodriguez is on for Pasalic. 2-1, 2-1 Orlando. Ramiro Enrique's off for Luis Muriel. I know FIFA originally priced Club World Cup games with a European team involved for $100 nosebleeds. What are water? I got a sneaky feeling in the World Cup there's going to be some water breaks. Oh, water breaks. Oh, for sure. Like in the summer? Oh, yeah. Like, that's a regular thing. Like, shit. I think every Gold Cup game in 2023 had a water break. I think A lot of MLS games in the 23-24 summer had a water break. Copa America, I could have sworn a lot of them had water breaks. So, yeah, no, it's going to happen. Unless you're indoors. And even then, Jerry World games won't because it's indoors. But anything outdoors, you probably are, even New Jersey. So, didn't games in Qatar have water breaks as well? That was the most trippy shit I ever seen. Qatar games had water breaks because it was still hot. It was just colder than what it is in July. But that was some of the most trippy shit. Cross in. That's a rumor. They might just stop the season in half. But they might try. They might still try to make the MLS go from fall to spring, which I hate that idea. Look at the Forge versus Monterey game, the first leg where they were playing on a damn sheet of ice, and tell me it's a good idea to play from fall to spring for MLS, unless you're sending Toronto on a 4-month road trip. It's not a good idea, and it's honestly not going to grow the league. You know what is going to grow the league? Getting rid of the salary cap. Moving the calendar is not going to grow the league. I love how these owners, the MLS owners, are like, oh, moving the calendar is going to grow the league. No, it's not. That doesn't matter. If you get rid of the salary cap, yeah, it's going to work. Yeah, it is going to grow the league. It's just ironic. It'll just be ironic because what grew the league was the salary cap being taken away, not the fact it got moved from August to May instead of February to December. That doesn't matter. No, this is a preseason game. The Kansas City is a 2-legged series. Orlando, Miami is a preseason game. Preseason friendly. Miami plays their 2-legged series against Kansas City over the next 2 midweeks. So I think it's Tuesday next week, the first leg in Kansas City, where it's going to be snowy and cold. And then, of course, the second leg in Miami the week after, which is warm. That's the 2-legged series you're talking about for Miami. Orlando's not in Champions Cup. They're just in Leagues Cup and Open Cup, I think. They have to be in something. Yeah, I think they're in Open Cup. 74th minute as well. 74th minute, 2-1 Orlando. Yeah. It's going to be... But it's going to be snowing in Kansas City. No, it's going to be at Children's Mercy Park. It's not going to be played at Arrowhead. I think that's a missed opportunity, but 75th minute. Messi getting subbed off. They're subbing off 5 of their biggest players. Miami are subbing off their players. Oh, no. Oh, no, this is about MLS putting their studio in Stamford, Connecticut. Oh. When Messi holding both WWE belts in the picture. Oh, come on. All 5 changes at once. Messi's off. Miami's doing a wholesale change. Yeah, no, they're giving this game away. They're giving this game away. '76th minute. And Miami's making Orlando's making 2 changes. 76th minute. And it looks like Orlando's going to hold on to this game. But if this gets tied, we'll see if we go to penalties. Orlando might just beat Miami in the preseason. Oh, no. Shot. Orlando has the ball. What's your favorite fast food pizza? Ooh. Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut. like brand, Pizza Hut. My favorite fast food pizza, like the way I have my pizza made, hand tossed crust, light marinara sauce, cheese, hamburger meat, beef topping, basically hamburger meat, bacon, and pepperoni. So a bacon cheeseburger pizza with pepperoni on it. I'll eat that from anywhere. Mostly Domino's or Pizza Hut, but I prefer Pizza Hut. Domino's isn't bad, though. Header, shot wide, cleared out for a corner for Miami. Sometimes maybe pickles on top. Maybe. Depends if they have them. If they have pickles on top, I'll put pickles on top too. But that's very rare. That's very rare. Papa John's is still better than Emo's, but Meat Feast pizza. I just want the bacon, hamburger meat, and pepperoni. Schlegel's off for Kyle Smith, and of course, light marinara. So I still have to. What would you only order in Domino's? I only order that one type of pizza. I don't buy any other. Unless it comes from like Papa Murphy's and it's one of those stuffed pizzas or Little Caesars and it's just pepperoni. I don't buy anything different. Like it is that pizza setup. Like it is hand tossed crust. Not thick, not thin, but normal crust. Sometimes stuffed. They used to have this ranch seasoning that went around the crust, but that doesn't happen anymore. But, again, hand-tossed, light marinara, cheese, hamburger meat, bacon, pepperoni. I never get anything else unless I get a pepperoni pizza and crazy bread from Little Caesars, or it's one of those stuffed pizzas from Papa Murphy's. That's the only way it'll be different. I could do that as well, but I'm good with that as well. And sometimes maybe pickles on top if they have pickles. Pickles are on cheeseburgers, so I like pickles, so. I don't know if you're talking about Bosco sticks, but those are awesome. Like I found a website where you could buy like Bosco sticks, like lunchroom Bosco sticks. I want to buy, like I legit want to buy from that website, like a couple of, yeah, I think it's on TikTok. Like look up Bosco sticks and look up Bosco sticks TikTok and you'll find the website through that. I forgot the name, but I'm sure they're probably on YouTube Shorts as well the same way, and linked from there. But like, look up Bosco Stick, TikTok, YouTube Short, and then you'll find the link from there. I forgot the name of the website, but there's a part of me that wants to definitely buy from that website. There's some more stuff there as well that like is historically like nostalgic as well, but like Bosco Sticks for sure. Man, like I remember my like grade 10, not grade 10, but grade 11 and 12. Man, I started buying Bosco sticks like a mug in grade 11 and 12 for lunch. Like almost like at least 3 times a week. Because I think they got rid of my blueberry. I don't know. I think they got rid of my blueberry muffin. And then the Bosco sticks costed the same. And I really love those like Otis Spunkmeyer blueberry muffins that they had at lunch. I think, is that what they got rid of? But they got rid of some I normally got like every day. And like I realized like buying Bosco sticks like 3 times a week would do the trick. Or did I just start getting those as like my entree like a lot when they didn't have like the chicken nugget bites. Maybe that's what it was. Either way, there was like 3 days a week in my like last 2 years of high school where I got like Bosco sticks and then got like a couple of mustard packets. I just dipped the Bosco sticks in mustard. No joke, by the way. I never had them. No joke. No joke. Like, that's actually really good, though. Don't get me wrong. Like, I like a little bit of tart. Like, there's a reason why I like pickles. I like a bit of tart, a little bit of sour. Like, you dip Bosco sticks into mustard. That's actually really good. Like, no joke. Like, I told you I don't like marinara sauce. I don't know if you were here last night, but I don't like marinara sauce that isn't like a pasta sauce. Like marinara sauce, like when you get it with a pizza or you get Bosco sticks or such other things, other pizza things. I don't. Like, I do like pizza sauce, but like just a marinara sauce cup, no. Now, mustard, on the other hand, yeah, but at least there's like, but it's over noodles and it has meat in it. It's different. It's weird. It's different to me. I don't know why. Like, a bolognese sauce is different than marinara sauce to me. No, I either eat my crazy bread dry, I dip it in ranch, or dip it in mustard. Either or, really. Not ketchup though. But like crazy bread, I either eat it dry, not dry, but no dip, mustard, or ranch. Mostly no dip though. Like mostly, I'd say like 95% of the time, no dip. None. But I mean, crazy bread is similar to Bosco sticks, that it's a breadstick. So I mean, yeah. It's kind of close with mustard. It's kind of close. It just doesn't have any cheese. It's kind of close. And also my corn dogs. I dip corn dogs in ketchup and mustard. Normally. '84th minute. Like, I normally like just alternate dips. Like when I eat corn dogs, and especially if I have like 3 or 4. Sometimes it's ranch and ketchup, sometimes, but it's either ranch or ketchup and mustard or ketchup and ranch. It's either or. But I'd say I've actually more recently favored ketchup and mustard with corn dogs. But the ketchup never goes anywhere. I don't think I've had corn dogs with that Chick-fil-A ranch that they've actually been selling in bottles now. And I think that second one's new and good for like about 10 days. I might have to try that. Because I love Chick-fil-A ranch. Like, I love Chick-fil-A ranch. Like, I love like like they throw some pickle juice in there or something, you know? That makes it a little bit more sour. Like, you could kind of, I guess they must have replaced the grass at Raymond James Stadium, because I could have sworn they had grass at Raymond James. Or, yeah, actually, now that you say it, maybe they put some turf over the grass. That's what they did. They put some turf over the grass. But why would they do that? 86th minute. Weird. See, that's why I asked the question. Like, Raymond James is normally grass when they're playing NFL games, but I guess they must have put a sheet of turf over it. I guess it's better than running on concrete. Looks like a hybrid. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when it's actually funny, like on the actual grass, like when Forge played Monterey, you could still see the CFL lines at Tim Hortons Field. So you have a point. Like, and of course, the Tiger Cats played a game a lot. Yes. Ola. The Ola. I think he's a damn good striker. I'm very much interested. Ola Brynhildsen. There we go. Ola Brynhildsen. I got his first name. It's his last name that I'm gonna have to get used to. Ola Brynhildsen. I'm gonna have to commit the second one to memory. But yeah, I think he's a very good striker. I think we got a good one. I just hope we take his I hope we take up his purchase option after the end of the year if he plays as well as he should. If he plays as well as he should. But we'll see how that goes. Vincent. I forgot to tell you, I finally got my favorite player of all time's jersey. My size of the jersey he wore against Leicester City. If you remember, he scored the 40-yard goal. Vincent Kompany. Vincent Kompany, the Bayern Munich manager now. I love it. That's awesome. Of course, it's the jersey of that season, of course. Not his kit, but his name, I get it, because I don't think y'all are the same size. Maybe I'm wrong, but it'd be crazy if it was a game-worn Vincent Kompany jersey from that season. But awesome. I like Vincent Kompany. I do. Even though he's a Man City guy, I like Vincent Kompany. He seems like a very... Yep, Javinko helped scout him, or helped with the signing, but I think it was scout. Javinko's actually a really good front office guy, turns out. Ramiro Enrique, or no, that was Luis Muriel over the bar. Yeah, that's why I put it over the bar. It's Luis Muriel. We could be worse off. We could have Luis Muriel. Ooh. Shot. Gaese picks up the ball. Oh. Free kick. Free kick for Orlando. Playing forward, 89th minute. That should be a penalty to Miami. I'm surprised they didn't call it. I'm surprised they didn't call it. I think you're right. I think that should have been a penalty. I think you're right. But I think you're right. To be fair, that was kind of harsh that they didn't get it. So I guess it's a different ref crew anyway, so I'm not going to go there. But 90th minute, how much stoppage time are we going to get? Blocked away. Into the 90th minute, 2-1 Orlando. They weren't the better team, but they scored against the run of play twice, and that's why they are winning the game. 4 minutes of stoppage time. Good. If it was me, I'd send his ass to the twos. Drop ball. Yeah, they can't go back and look at it. But if it was me, if I was the manager, I'd send Insigne's ass to the twos. Oh, you gonna play? You're just not gonna play with a main team. Like, I ain't just gonna bench your ass. You're playing with the twos. And here's how you're going to do that. You're going to put your best face on, and you're going to play. And you're going to help them learn how to be good footballers. If you don't want to do that, take your ass and terminate the contract. But if you're so sure-headed that you're going to sit on your ass, no, you're going to play with the twos. And you're going to teach them how to be good footballers. And if you can't do that with a smile on your face, you're going to terminate that damn deal. But I know you ain't going to say yes right now, Lorenzo. So, you're going to be playing with the twos for a couple of weeks. You're going to have your preseason with them. You're going to train with them until their MLS Next Pro season starts. And then I know you're still not going to terminate your deal till then. So you're going to play a couple of games with them. You're going to start. And until you get sick of it, and once you get sick of it and then you want to terminate your deal, you'll do that. But you ain't just going to sit on your ass and kick your feet up on the bench or in a press box. You're going to play with the twos. And I know you don't want to do that, you heartless prick. You don't want to teach these younger players to be good players. I know deep down that's not what you want to do. Because you know what? Sitting him ain't going to make him terminate the contract. You play him with the twos, he don't want to play at all. You make him play the twos and actually put a smile on his face, he's going to get sick of that after a month. Goal! Goal! Goal for Miami! Fafa Pico puts in the rebound, and it's 2-2 with a minute to go. We might be going to penalties. How lucky are they? And 90 plus 3, actually. 2-2, dos a dos. Let's see if we go to penalties. I say yes, but again. But, yeah, because if he wanted to play, he would have taken one of those offers. Lorenzo Insigne wants to sit on his ass and get paid and kick his feet up. Like he's playing chicken with a club. If it was me, if I was the manager, I'd tell you, hey, listen up, fucker. We want to mutually terminate your deal. You either take these European offers or leave. But if you don't want to mutually terminate the deal, here's what we're going to do. We're going to play your ass with the twos. You're going to have a preseason with them. You're going to play with the twos once they start MLS Next Pro. But here's the kicker. You're going to do it with a smile on your face, you little punk. You're going to teach them how to play football. Teach them how to be good professionals. And if you don't want to do that, you get sick of it after a month, and then you say you want to mutually terminate your deal, go right ahead. But I know one damn thing. If you sit on your ass for 2 years and get paid money by this club, you aren't going to mutually terminate that deal. And we want you gone. And you don't want to go to Europe because you know you have to be fit and actually have to play for them? Well, yeah, you're going to have to be fit and play for the twos. And what's going to happen? I don't know what's going to happen first. You're either going to get hurt and recover and still get paid, or you're going to be so pissed off after a month you say, screw you, I'm out. I'll take the termination. Either or, we don't have to see your fucking face around the main team, you cancer-ass motherfucker. We don't have to see your face around the main team in training or in games. We don't have to have your shadow above us if you're playing with the twos. Whether you blow out your fucking knee or say you're gone after a month, yeah. I don't care which, but your shadow's not overcoming the main team, you cancer. Try me. That's what they should have done. But, hey, maybe I'm different, but that's what they should have done. Full time, it's 2-2. Let's see if they go to penalties. It's 2-2 after full time. No. Time to learn Chinese, buddy. Looks like it's going to be pens. I mean, they lined up the referees, but let's see. I agree, and it's sad in my book, but yeah, no, I'd be frank about it. You're going to play with the twos until you're sick of it or you blow out your knee. It's a 2-2 full time. Let's see what they do. You would think they do penalties, but let's see. They're shaking hands. They're not pushing them back. This might be, I don't know. They pick up a ball. Let's see what they do. You would think they do penalties, but I have no idea. Me either. If this was an actual sanctioned game, it looks like they're trading jerseys. I think it's over. I see people trading jerseys. I think it's over. Somebody forgot to tell the officials it's going to Pens. You forgot to tell the fans. I think it actually is over. The fans are walking out. I think it is over. Okay, so it is a 2-2 draw. No penalties be confirmed by the teams. Okay, it is a full time. We are done with the match. It is full time. It'll end up being a 2-2 draw. 2-2 esta noche. Miami at least didn't lose. They scored late to save a draw. Fafa Pico. Interesting. Let me look it up. Inter Miami. Let me see what's being said. So over, man. I don't know, actually. Hold on. Maybe that was the same exact signing. They just didn't know. I'm going to wait a couple. I'm going to wait a couple of minutes. Let's see. You would think, but people look like they were trading jerseys. Miami will be excellent again. My ass. Really, Bretos? Miami's going to be excellent again? They just drew 2-2. He scored against America as well, but I think Fafa is better than Alendi, to be real. I think he's better than Alendi. To be real, I don't think he's... I think Alendi is not good enough. I think Fafa is better, but I've been saying this the whole preseason. And Mascherano hasn't seen it. I think Fafa Pico is the better player. I've always thought Fafa Pico is a really good player. I'm not saying he isn't. I've always thought Fafa Pico is an amazing player. But he is better than Alendi. I don't know why they signed that guy, to be real. So that's my opinion. And don't you think we're being back to being Concacaf MLS contenders if the Flacco deal gets over the line? Yes. I was already saying, well, at least I kept y'all there. Like, I kept y'all as MLS and Concacaf contenders, but if this deal goes over the line, well, it ain't changing. 40 Celsius and 40 degrees Fahrenheit are two different things. It looks like it's going, they're saying thank you, fans. So it looks to me it's no penalties. Oh, that's a beautiful shot of the moon. No moon, no moon, no moon. Stroud. No moon, no moon, no moon. Stroud. Yeah, it looks to me there's no penalties. It looks to me there's not a shootout coming. So, yeah, I think... Two wins, 3 draws, 0 losses, 12 goals, 5 goals against for Miami in the preseason. Orlando just tweeted full time. Okay. All right. With that being said, there you go. If you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification if you want to subscribe. Send subscribes on the live streams. Comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I'll see you within the hour for the review of the match. No, it's not the same. Celsius is based on 0. Like 32 degrees Fahrenheit is 0 degrees Celsius. So the freezing mark is 0 in Celsius. It's based off 0. Boiling point is 100 degrees. 212 degrees Fahrenheit is 100 degrees Celsius. A minus 100 degrees is absolute 0, I think, in Celsius. So whatever absolute 0 is in Fahrenheit, it's minus 100 degrees Celsius. That's the scale it's on. So it's by 0, 100 minus, which never happens, and plus. Or 100, positive 100 Celsius. One time Celsius and Fahrenheit mean is when it's 40 C and 40 F. Well, there you go. Minus 40. Okay. Interesting. I got to look that up. With that being said, I'll see you within the hour for the stats or the review of this match. Miami arguably was the better team, but Orlando was better against the run of play. We shall see what that means, but see you later. I'm Ron and I'm out. Peace. See you within the hour.